Dallas Cowboys fans, let's talk about what really matters at training camp. It's not just about drills or highlight catches, it's about intensity, leadership, and setting the tone for a championship season. This week, that tone was loud and clear when CeeDee Lamb, one of the faces of this franchise, got into a scuffle after scoring a touchdown in camp. Some saw it as a negative, a moment of unnecessary tension. But here at Dallas Insider, we see something more. We see fire. We see accountability. We see a leader who refuses to back down, even in practice. Head coach Brian Schottenheimer, stepping into his first season leading the Cowboys, had a clear message for his team. He didn't shy away from addressing the fight, using strong language to emphasize discipline while embracing the energy that came with it. He knows this team is hungry, and he knows they are working relentlessly to bring a Super Bowl back to Dallas. But he also reminded everyone of the fine line between passion and lack of control. There are going to be those events that happen during a game that if you throw a punch, you're getting kicked out of the game. And along with that, you're getting fined about $45,000. He's right. No game is won through penalties and no championship is secured by getting ejected for losing composure. Yet Schottenheimer made something clear. He loves the intensity and the competitive spirit that Lamb and the rest of this team bring to every snap in camp. For a team looking to impose its will on the NFC, a fight in camp can be a sign that players care deeply about the work they're putting in. It shows that even in the heat of July, the Cowboys are treating every play like it matters, because it does. Now, let's be real. It was surprising to see CeeDee Lamb in the middle of the fray, especially since he's now one of the highest paid players on the team and a leader by example. He's not a rookie learning the ropes anymore, he's the tone setter. For some, this might raise a red flag, questioning whether the team's leaders can keep their composure when the stakes are high. But for others, and for those who truly understand football culture, this is exactly what a team needs. You need leaders who care enough to fight for every inch, who want to set the tone for the rest of the roster, who won't let a defender get away with disrespect, even in practice. This moment also shows the unique challenge Schottenheimer faces. He must harness this energy and passion without letting it spiral into undisciplined chaos that can cost games when the lights are brightest. But it's a good problem to have. It's much harder to teach a team to fight than to teach them when to pull back. CeeDee's actions at camp reflect the hunger of a team that has been close, but not close enough. They've tasted playoff runs, but have yet to get over the hump. If these moments in July lead to a team that's more bonded, more willing to fight for each other, and more committed to excellence on the field, then this scuffle will be remembered as a turning point, not a setback. And let's be clear, Schottenheimer is not losing control. If anything, his reaction shows he is in command, setting clear boundaries while encouraging the competitive spirit that will define the 2025 Cowboys. He's embracing the fire while demanding discipline, exactly what a team with Super Bowl aspirations needs in a coach. So, Cowboys Nation, what do you think? Was CeeDee Lamb's scuffle a sign of immaturity or a symbol of the fight this team needs? Do you trust Brian Schottenheimer to walk that fine line between fire and control, turning this team's passion into wins when it counts? And do you believe that this level of intensity in July can translate into playoff victories in January? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear if you think the 2025 Cowboys have the mindset of champions and if CeeDee Lamb's fire is exactly what this team needs to finally take the next step. If you're fired up for this season, hit that like button and subscribe to Dallas Insider, where we bring you real, raw Cowboys news with a fan-first perspective.
Cowboys fans, if you want to know what's different about this year, look no further than George Pickens. When Dallas made the move to bring Pickens from Pittsburgh, there were doubters. People questioned his attitude, his on-field temper, and whether he could fit into a locker room that is laser-focused on a Super Bowl run. But what's happening at Cowboys training camp is proving those critics wrong, and it's happening fast. George Pickens came to Dallas with a reputation as a player who plays with fire, who talks with his cads, and who sometimes lets that energy spill over in ways that can hurt a team. But under Brian Schottenheimer's guidance, Pickens is channeling that energy into something that can help the Cowboys. From the moment he stepped into the facility, everything coming out of the star has been positive. He's working hard in practice, staying focused in meetings, connecting with his teammates, and bringing a level of infectious energy that is turning heads in Frisco. Schottenheimer himself couldn't help but praise the new receiver, sharing how impressed he's been with Pickens' character, energy, and commitment to the game. When you get to know George, you're going to be blown away by the heart that the guy has. The way he loves the game of football, how important it is to him, how important his family is to him, his mom. That's the kind of message you want to hear about a new addition to the team, especially one as talented as Pickens. The Cowboys don't just want great players, they want the right players. They want players who care, who grind, and who refuse to let their teammates down. Pickens is showing that he's not just here to catch passes, he's here to become part of a brotherhood. Even a minor scare with a cramp at practice wasn't enough to slow him down, returning the next day ready to work, ready to compete, and ready to contribute to the Cowboys' goals this season. With Friday off, Pickens has the time to rest and reset, ensuring he's fresh and ready for the next phase of camp as the Cowboys continue their preparation for a season with Super Bowl aspirations. We've all seen the highlight reels of George's jaw-dropping catches, the attitude he brings to the field, and yes, the trash talk that sometimes comes with it. Even George admitted he's not trying to be a princess on the field. He's there to compete, to dominate, and to help this team win games. That edge, when channeled properly, can transform games. It can spark an offense and intimidate defenders. It can give the Cowboys the swagger they need to separate themselves in critical moments. And let's be honest, that jab he took at the Steelers about being excited to run better plays in Dallas, that's exactly the kind of confidence that shows Pickens is ready to embrace a bigger role, to prove a point, and to shine in a system that will let him maximize his skill set. Now, the real test will come when adversity hits. It's easy to be locked in and positive when camp is going well and the vibes are high, but when challenges hit, will Pickens stay disciplined, focused, and continue to be the positive force he's been so far in Dallas? All signs point to yes, and here's why. The culture being built under Schottenheimer, Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, and now with Joe Milton joining the quarterback room is a culture of accountability and family. This is a locker room where players don't want to let each other down, where veterans lead by example, and where newcomers are embraced, encouraged, and challenged to bring their best every single day. Pickens' integration into the Cowboys is more than a storyline for training camp. It's a sign of a franchise that understands the balance between talent and culture. It's a sign that Dallas isn't just collecting big names, but building a roster of warriors who want to fight for each other on every snap. This is how championship teams are built. Cowboys Nation, we want to hear from you. Do you believe George Pickens is the right fit for the Cowboys? Do you think his energy and edge will translate into big plays on the field without crossing the line when adversity comes? And are you excited to see what this receiving corps can accomplish with CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, and the rest of the offensive unit, with Dak Prescott pulling the strings? Drop your comments below and let us know if you think Pickens can be the X factor this season for the Cowboys. If you're ready to see Pickens moss defenders in the NFC and bring his energy to the playoffs, hit that like button and subscribe to Dallas Insider for your daily Cowboys updates that keep you closer to the team than anyone else. Stay tuned for Chapter 3 once you analyze this part.
Cowboys fans, let's bring it all together. Training camp isn't just about drills and schemes. It's where a team's identity is forged under the Texas sun. And as we wrap up this week's Insight, there's one clear message coming out of Frisco. This Cowboys team feels different. It's not just about CeeDee Lamb's fire or George Pickens' energy. It's about a locker room that is holding itself accountable while demanding excellence from each other every single day. It's about Brian Schottenheimer stepping in and finding that delicate balance between passion and discipline, setting the standard while letting his players' competitive spirits shine. It's about veterans like Dak Prescott embracing leadership in a way that commands respect and inspires those around him to match his intensity day after day. Discipline matters. That's why Schottenheimer made it clear after the scuffle involving Lamb, there's no place for punches when games are on the line. We're not throwing away opportunities over a flash of temper, no matter how passionate we are. The message is simple. Fight for each other, but do it smart. Bring the fire, but keep it under control. Play fast, play tough, but play smart.
That's the formula for a team that doesn't just want to win a division, but wants to hoist the Lombardi Trophy in February. But here's what's equally important, Cowboys Nation. These players genuinely care about each other. It's visible in the way they celebrate big plays together, how veterans encourage younger players in drills, and how newcomers like George Pickens are being embraced as family, not just as teammates. This is a locker room that understands one critical truth about championship football. The bond you build in July and August is what will carry you through the battles of November, December, and into January. We've all seen the teams that fold when adversity hits. The Cowboys aren't planning to be one of those teams. They are setting a standard now so that when adversity arrives, and it will, they can respond as one unit. They can lean on each other, trust each other, and continue to fight even when the odds are against them. Think about it. We've seen too many talented Cowboys teams fall short in the past. We've seen playoff heartbreaks and moments where it felt like this franchise was just one step away. But this year, there's a different energy, a different accountability, and a renewed sense of purpose. This is a team that knows what's at stake and knows what it needs to do to get over the hump. CeeDee Lamb isn't just here to put up numbers. He's here to lead, to push, to inspire. George Pickens isn't just here to make highlight catches. He's here to bring a fearless edge, to challenge defenses, and to energize the offense. And Brian Schottenheimer isn't just here to call plays. He's here to build a culture, to set standards, and to demand the best out of every player wearing the star. The Cowboys are embracing the grind, showing up every day ready to work, and refusing to settle for anything less than excellence. This is the type of commitment it takes to go from contenders to champions. Cowboys Nation, the 2025 season is shaping up to be something special, and we want you to be a part of every moment with us here on Dallas Insider. Do you feel this change in energy around the team? Do you believe that this discipline, combined with the fire of players like CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens, can finally get us to the promised land? Do you think Schottenheimer's leadership is exactly what this team has needed to take the next step? We want to hear your thoughts in the comments. Are you ready to ride with this team all the way to the Super Bowl, no matter what challenges come our way? Do you believe in the brotherhood this team is building? If you're fired up for the 2025 Cowboys, smash that like button and subscribe to Dallas Insider for daily news, in-depth insights, and fan-focused analysis that keeps you connected to the heartbeat of the team you love. Share this video with a fellow Cowboys fan who needs to see why this year feels different. Together, we're going to experience every catch, every sack, every touchdown, and every victory that this team fights for. Because when the Dallas Cowboys win, we all win. Stay tuned, Cowboys Nation, because the journey to a championship is just getting started, and you won't want to miss a single moment with us here on Dallas Insider.